Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader Oregon Sports Beat. It's playoff action tonight. From the gym at Central Catholic High School, it is the second round of the OSAA Boys 6A basketball tournament featuring the Central Catholic Rams. Tonight, the Rams' opponent, the Nelson Hawks. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me tonight, my broadcast partner, Michael Abraham. Mike, 16 teams left. The final 8 go to the Child Center. Interestingly enough, of those 16 teams that are still left, 5 of them are Mount Hood Conference teams.
Well, you and I said that all along, Dave, that those Mount Hood Conference teams are going to be a force to be reckoned with as they move forward.
We know for sure one Mount Hood Conference team's going to get to the final 8 because both these teams are Mount Hood Conference teams.
And you know they say it's tough to beat a team 3 times, and that's what Central Catholic would have to do tonight to move forward.
All right, let me tell you, these two teams, let me tell you a little about them while we get ready for the national anthem. The Hawks are 12-14 overall. They were 7-7 in the Mount Hood Conference. The Rams, they are 14-11, 9-5 in the Mount Hood Conference. All right, we're going to do this starting lineups, I believe. I thought we were going to do the national anthem, but we're going to start with the starting lineups. And we'll get the Nelson Hawks.
Well, they're keeping us confused, Dave.
All right, they realized they forgot the national anthem. We're going to do that. All right, a big round of applause for our national anthem singer, and now we're going to have the introduction of the starting lineups. We're going to start with the Nelson Hawks. Their head coach, Alex Edwards. This is his second year at Nelson. Before that, he was at Sprague.
The visitors from Nelson. On the floor for the Hawks, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Parker.
6-foot senior, number 3, Parker Poach.
A 6'5 senior, number 11, Gabriel Townsend.
The 6'5 senior, number 11, Gabe Townsend.
6'5 senior.
Gabe had a nice game the last time out.
Number 12, the senior, C.J. Boren.
Number 21, Sam Lewis.
The junior, number 21, Sam Lewis. And the senior, number 24, Reed Gray. That's your starters for Nelson. Poach, Townsend, Boren, Lewis, and Gray. Nelson, 12-14 on the season, 7-7 in Mount Hood Conference action. Here's the Rams starters tonight. They'll be the same as the last game. The junior, number 3, Marley Zeller. The junior, number 4, Miles Berry. Tony Angelo, the junior, number 10, had 18 the last game.
Great game last time out.
Gray Thompson, the senior, 6'7", and number 35, Isaac Carr. He had 19 last game. The leading scorer, of course, was Marley Zeller with 22. So the Rams split that scoring around.
And they have 4 people with 18 plus, didn't they, last game, Dave?
They had 4 people with 11 plus.
11 plus.
Bam Pichel had 11. Rams are 9-5 in conference, 5-6 out of conference. Hawks are 7-7, 5-7 out of conference. These two teams have met twice. They met on the 31st of January here. Rams won that by 16, 55-39. They met on February 25th at Nelson. Rams won that one 57-56. We tip it up, and the ball goes to Isaac Carr. Rams will start it.
See if he stays aggressive like he was last game, Dave. The more aggressive he is, the better player he is.
Marley Zeller down the lane, goes inside. Ball knocked out of bounds, goes off of the Hawks. Winner of this game's headed to the Child Center.
The Rams have had one game to get used to the physical nature of play in the playoffs. Hopefully they won't take any time to adjust.
Gray Thompson, no, iron. Tipped inside, Angelo. And Angelo stepped out of bounds. In the first round of the 16 games in the first round, only 2 higher seeds won. One of them was Benson. The other was Nelson.
Wow.
They beat the number 8 seed South Medford. All the other lower ranked seeds won. Nelson will inbound the ball.
I love seeing the Rams out in early pressure. I just think they're so much better when they're aggressive and trapping and putting pressure on the ball.
Rams win. Gray Thompson will join us post-game. He promised me this time he'd make it. That might be a foul on Isaac Carr. It is. First team foul of the game goes to the Rams. Just underway, 7:19 left to go first quarter, no score. Second round playoff action. I asked Coach Edwards, I said, you've heard the story. It's tough to beat a team 3 times in one season. He said, I've already been on both sides of that.
You try not to buy into those cliches in basketball, but they're there for a reason. They come true a lot of times.
I talked to Coach Blue ahead of time, and he was very excited. Rebound goes to Gray Thompson. Thompson to Angelo. Boy, he had a good game Thursday night. Down the lane, the hop, the step, the jump, and up and in. Isaac Carr. Ball in the corner. Tough defense by Tony Angelo. In the corner for 3 from the side. Yes, buried that. Sam Lewis with the 3-pointer. Hawks on top, 3-2. Miles Berry. In the corner, Marley Zeller. Zeller for 3. Bounces around, doesn't go underneath. Berry turns around up, that doesn't go, tipped back up and in. Zeller, 4-3 Rams.
Rams trying to go underneath on those high pick and rolls. That can sometimes be trouble. Sometimes it's better just to switch those when you've got an evenly balanced lineup like the Rams have out there now.
Coach Blue said he likes having Gray Thompson in there. He's 6'7".
There's a good switch.
In the corner to the shot for 3. No, in and out. Rebound tipped around. Carr comes down with it. Takes a look inside. Works his way inside. Puts up a shot. Bounces around. Doesn't go. Rebound Hawks.
Got to be careful. Doesn't want to pick up that second foul on a cheap one.
Right, could have been a charge that time. Just a little too hard on the shot. Rams lead 4-3, 5:05 left to go here in the first quarter. Down the lane, blocked by Miles Berry, then a pass, and it's taken away by the Hawks. Underneath, reverse, doesn't go, rebound, Marley Zeller survived that turnover. Thanks for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat. Tony Angelo, Carr. Thought they were going to pick and roll to Zeller that time, but Carr keeps it.
Marley has a big mismatch there.
That ball knocked out of bounds. Knocked out by the Hawks. Rams will keep possession. 4:10 left to go in the first. 4-3, Rams lead. Hawks beat South Medford 51-46. Tony Angelo works inside, scoops it up and in. Nice move by Angelo.
Let's keep the pedal to the metal, Tony.
Rams had 3 big scorers on Thursday night. Those 3 players have all scored now.
Rams staying in their aggressive man-to-man defense. A lot of screens off the ball for the Hawks.
Thompson on the defense, down the lane, dishes off on the side. Now on the baseline, puts up a shot, doesn't go. It's going to be a foul. Might be on Miles Berry. It is. Second team foul on the Rams. Shooting foul. C.J. Bourne at the line. Bam Paschal is getting ready to check in.
Let's see if that turns the defense up a notch.
Bourne, first shot, iron, doesn't go. Bam checks in. I had a chance to talk with him before the game. And one of the things I wanted to talk to him about was how his brother Deuce was doing. Deuce, actually what happened, he broke a leg. He was in a cast. Missed them both. Deuce will get the cast off in 4 weeks.
Oh, good for him. Big loss for the Rams. They bounced back from it nicely.
I said, I'm sorry, I asked Deuce. Deuce is a sophomore, Bam's a freshman. I said, what do you think about how your little brother is playing? He said, I'm really proud of him.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to hear. His best competition growing. He wouldn't be the player he is without an older brother that plays the way that he does.
Right. Cross court. Puts it up again, tipped up this time. Thompson tipped it up. Going to be a foul on the Hawks.
Smallest player on the floor gets back-to-back rebounds.
Reed Gray with a foul. Tony Angelo going to go to the line, shooting 2, 3:02 left to go in the first. 8-3 Rams. Angelo, yes. Tony now with 3 in the game. Gym is full and it's electric.
The Rams student section in a blackout tonight.
Drops, rolls around, drops through. 10-3.
Yeah, the Hawks are already struggling with the Rams' pressure.
What's the whistle for?
Quick
Timeout.
timeout.
Coach Edwards wants to take a timeout and talk about that exact thing, struggling to get the ball over the timeline. 2:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Rams lead 10-3.
Yeah, Reed Gray is not a super strong dribbler with his left hand, and after you play a team 3 times, the coach is going to catch that on the scouting report. And the Rams have done a great job of forcing him to his weak hand, and he doesn't want to go that way.
Rams are in the A bracket in the playoffs. The winner of the game tonight will play the winner of the Westland Jesuit game at the Child Center.
That's no picnic.
That's no picnic.
West Lynn is a fine club this year.
They won the Les Schwab Classic.
Yeah, they did, and they've got a couple of Division I players on that roster, including maybe the top player in the state in Jackson Shellstad this year.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yep.
All right, Hawks will have the ball. They'll inbound on the side. Still got to get over the timeline. They get it to Boren, C.J. Boren, the senior. 24 will walk the ball up. That's Reed Gray, also a senior.
Yeah, I like this lineup for their pressure.
Down the lane. Wow, Rams really pressuring the ball.
Look at Bam, just literally standing on his right hand.
Now the Hawks are having trouble. Down the lane, oh. You know, I thought that was a legitimate block, but it's going to be a foul on the Rams.
Gray just a little bit late on that high pick and roll. That just comes from being rusty and having not been on the court a lot.
Bam Paschal picks up the foul, his first, third team foul. And that was on the dribble drive, not on the shot. Hawks will inbound the ball.
Good job of switching.
And they missed the shot. Tipped around inside. Quincy Scott in the game comes up with it.
Well, you know how I feel, Dave. Any person guarding Bam Paschal is at a disadvantage. He should be going, well, there he goes.
Bam goes a little too hard, goes off of the rim.
I was just about to say he should go to the hoop whenever he gets an opportunity.
Got his defender to stop and then went right by him. Too hard off the rim, though. That shot goes up. No, that doesn't go. Rebound, Hawks. Another shot from outside. That doesn't go. Tipped around inside.
Push.
Quincy Scott
Push.
with another rebound. 10-3. Isaac Carr with the ball.
Well, Isaac's got about 6 inches on the guy guarding him. Oh, nice.
Marley Zeller, step back jumper, buried it. Marley Zeller with 4 in the game. 12-3 Rams.
Put the brakes on him.
Dish that up, rolled around, it dropped. Nice drive that time. Sam Lewis with the bucket. He has all 5 of the points for the Hawks. Isaac Carr, blocking foul on the Hawks.
Calling this one much tighter, Dave, than they did the other night. This game is called much more aggressive by the officials instead of the players.
Thursday night he went to a boxing match and a game broke out. Tonight, calling it pretty close. 12-5, Rams lead, 1:09 left to go here in the first quarter.
See if they get Isaac a little curl off of this play here.
Carr in the corner. Steps back,
Oh,
goes
there you
inside
go.
to Zeller. Zeller, another blocking foul. Now
Right.
we'll be even in team fouls. This will be 3 on the Hawks, 3 on the Rams.
I'd love to see Marley turn and face before he puts it on the ground there and save that extra dribble.
The foul is on number 10, Lucas Womack, the junior. Bam will inbound the ball. He's got
Oh, boy. Can't leave
Isaac
him
Carr in
open.
a corner. Oh, in and out. Rebound. Zeller up and in. Marley with the putback. 14-5. Boy, Zeller was right in front of the basket. The ball came right to him. Thought he was going to stuff it, but he was about a half-inch short.
That's a 5 count. Oh,
Is that on Marley Zeller?
it is.
It is.
Number 3, Marley Zeller is first.
First foul on Marley. 4th team foul. 37 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Sam Lewis will inbound the ball for the Hawks.
Oh, boy.
Boren, spin move, puts up a shot.
help.
No, in and out.
Come on, Isaac. Run that
Ball
down.
goes way back, though, and the Parker Poach comes up with it. Tries to drive on Quincy Scott, puts it up and in.
Nice, strong move.
14-7, Rams look up at the clock, 19 seconds. Carr, Bam, Miles Berry,
Go to work.
9 seconds. Bam.
Nice
in.
play.
Oh, what a great
What
pass.
a block.
What a block.
It's electric in here, Dave. What a great atmosphere, even without the band.
The ball goes out of bounds off the Rams The Hawks are going to inbound it with 2.4 seconds. Going to have to throw it. Took a bunch of steps that time. That's going to be short. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score at the end of one. Central Catholic 14, Nelson 7.
Rams far from their best game, but still got a 7-point lead. See if the Hawks have to work like crazy just to get quality shots. Hopefully the Rams can generate more offense, start making their open looks.
Leading scorer for the Rams, Marley Zeller with 6, Tony Angelo with 4, 2 each for Gray Thompson and Isaac Carr. 4, the Nelson Hawks, Sam Lewis has 5, Parker Poach has 2.
Coach Blue normally comes out in a trap in the second quarter. Let's see if he does that again tonight. I sure would like to see him put some half-court pressure on. Sometimes it's easier to defend 45 feet, just the half-court, than it is to stretch your defense out the full 94 feet. Use that half-court line as another defensive player.
Over their last 10 games, the Rams have been 7-3, the Hawks 5-5.
And if last game was any indication, the Rams are playing their best basketball right now, right when it counts.
They are. They're peaking at the end, and that's great. In Mount Hood Conference action tonight, of course, this game, Gresham is facing Benson. Let's see. Mountainside facing Clackamas, and Sherwood against Barlow. Barlow ranked number 2 in the state. And so Rams will inbound this ball. Zeller into Tony Angelo.
Nelson still man-to-man. I thought they may come out in zone.
Angelo in the corner, bam, down the lane. Traveled. Tony Angelo took a step. So turnover, ball will go to the Hawks. Rams lead 14-7.
Rams just straight man-to-man pressure instead of the half court. See if they're doing a little run and jump here.
Man-to-man, but they'll still press the ball. Tony Angelo presses it. Hawks get over the timeline. Parker Poach. Lob down low. Wow, took a bunch of steps that time. Got away with it. Now works inside, puts up a shot. That doesn't go. Tipped around inside. Rebound.
Ooh, that's a travel.
Another travel. That tipped around. Miles Berry comes down with it. No, the shot didn't go up and hit the rim or anything. Yeah. Berry just picked it out of the air.
They left him hanging up there. Great job of keeping him hung out to dry when he left the ground too early.
Isaac Carr looking.
It's a big mismatch in our favor.
Angelo. Carr going to go down the lane. Hops, puts it up in. Carr with another bucket off the glass.
They've got to make the Hawks pay when they make that switch.
Carr with 4. Hawks stolen away by Berry, ahead to Carr, lays it up too hard. Berry with the rebound, waits, puts it back up and in, and it goes. Miles Berry with a bucket, and he'll get the +1.
Miles Berry with the tremendous hustle.
18-7 is our score. 18-7, Berry at the line, a chance for a 3-point play.
Boy, he makes things happen for him, doesn't he, Dave?
Missed the free throw, but it's 18-7 with 6:30 left to go in the first half. Great job by Miles Berry that time.
Here's the half-court trap.
Every one of the Rams starters has now scored.
Yep. Stay on your feet.
You know, the Hawks still trying to go down the middle, and that's not been successful so far. Loses the ball. Guess who picked it up? Marley Zeller.
Too many dribbles. You just can't put it on the floor with
right.
that many times against an aggressive defense. Oh, my goodness. You never see that call in high school basketball anymore.
Palming the ball. Rarely see that call. You know, nowadays everybody turns the ball over when they dribble it, but there was the call. Of course, he was standing right in front of the ref when he did it.
You'll notice the Hawks have taken Reed Gray off the point. And
Oh, I almost thought Zeller blocked that. The bucket goes to Reed Gray. I'm sorry, Boren gets the credit for that bucket.
They took Reed Gray off the point because he had such a hard time with the ball pressure and letting one of their big players bring the ball up.
Hawks steal the ball. On the baseline, up, doesn't go, ball loose, and saved from going out of bounds, but saved to the Rams. Angelo to Marley Zeller, yes!
He gives us one of those a game, one of those tremendous reverses from one side to the other.
That ball had so much spin on it, it looked like a cue ball on a billiards table. Zeller with 8.
Let's see if the Rams extend. You don't want to guard all the way back 90 feet away when your man runs to the other end of the court. They want to stay up shade towards the ball.
20-9, biggest lead of the game for the Rams, 11.
Jump him.
Down the lane, no, backs out. For 3 from way outside.
Oh, Isaac.
That shot, that was by Sam Lewis. Hit the front iron. Foul is on Carr, his second. I think we're going to the line for 3.
Yeah, they let him get away with the jumping at the last jump shooter. He went flying by.
Lewis hits the first.
You want to close out, keep a hand up, try not to leave your feet unless you're 100% sure you're going to get a touch on the ball.
Lewis misses the second. 20-10 is our score. He'll come the third. Carr checks out. Miles Berry checks in. On the way, he got 2 of 3. He's got 7 in the game. He's got 7 of the Hawks' 11. Angelo, see what he's got started. Oh, saved.
Nice
Marley
hustle.
Zeller with a save. Somebody's open.
That's
Angelo
him.
in the corner. Oh, in and out.
Yeah, trap him right there.
Hawks get the rebound. Here they come.
The Hawks have one guard that only dribbles with their left and another one that only dribbles with their right. Let's see if the Rams can take advantage of that.
I'm sure Coach Blue has noticed that
Exactly.
already. There's the tip. Rebound, Miles Berry on the shot. And Bam Pachala walk it up.
Smooth that pick out of the middle and open the middle of the floor up.
Marley Zeller, somebody fell down. Angelo, I think. No, they waved that off.
It's a good call.
There'll be a foul on that.
Number 24, Reed Gray. That's his third.
Foul is on Reed Gray, and by the way, that's his third. And he'll come out.
And for Nelson, number 10, Lucas Womack.
Lucas Womack checks in for Gray with those 3 personal fouls. Bam will inbound the ball into the basket.
Let's go, boys.
Miles Berry.
Okay.
Scott Thompson out there. Now Thompson will go down low.
They're going to fall asleep on Gray one of these times. He's going to knock a 3 down for him.
I watched him shooting 3s in the warm-ups. He looked pretty good. Tony Angelo, pull-up jumper, yes! Tony Angelo with 6 in the game. Timeout. Trying to think, did the Rams take this timeout?
It looks like they did. I think they took it, and they're going to try and Coach Blue obviously wants to set something up defensively.
22-11 is our score. Rams lead by 11 with 3:42 left to go here in the first half.
Just like last game, they started off a little. Marley started off a little bit slow, but you know he's coming. They're not going to hold him down.
He had 22 against Liberty. He's got 8 right now. Angelo had 18, and he's got 6 right now. Carr had 19. He's got 4. Every one of the starters has scored.
It starts on the defensive end with Isaac. If he's locked in defensively and stays on his feet and doesn't pick up those cheap fouls, he gets to play 28 out of the 32 minutes. He's going to be right around that 18 to 22 mark every night out. Tough to score from the bench, and they need him out on the court.
All right, Hawks will inbound the ball. Full court pressure here for the Rams. They get it in. Quickly, lost the dribble, but another Hawk came up with it. Now they go down low. Boren Tries to back in, sends it out high. Shot outside, way outside. Oh, got it in. Went in, came out, went back in. Parker Poach with a three-pointer. 22-14. In the corner, Thompson for three.
There
Yes!
he is. I knew it was coming. They were going to fall asleep on him, and he was going to make them pay.
Thompson said, you get a three, I get a three. On the baseline, sealed off down there by Miles Berry, way out on top. 25-14 Rams.
Oh, golly, put that in his hip pocket and carried it across.
Down the lane, got free. Lewis. 9 in the game for Lewis. 25-16. Bam brings the ball up. In the corner, Zeller gets free, puts up a shot, doesn't go. Rebound inside, taken away. Miles Berry took it away. Puts a shot up, doesn't go, but he's fouled. What hustle by Miles Berry.
Kid finds a way to be effective. May not have the natural skills you normally see in a basketball player at this level, but God almighty, his hustle and his high IQ makes up for it.
You know, with Berry and Zeller up front, the Rams get such athletic play out of those two guys.
Reminds me of Brian Grant that used to play for the Blazers. Wasn't the greatest skill guy, but man, was he effective.
And Miles Berry misses the first. 2:31 left to go in the half. Berry at the line. Second shot. Got that one. Berry now with 3 in the game. Well, Mike, the gym is full.
It's as full as I've seen it since you and I have been calling games together, Dave.
Parker Poach on the baseline.
Yeah.
Almost looked like he passed to himself. There's the shot from outside. No, that's an
Let's
air
go.
ball. Lewis finally with an air ball.
The Hawks have done a good job of killing the tempo of the game, making Central play 5-on-5 in the half court.
Drives down, puts it up and in. Marley Zeller. Zeller with 10 in the game now.
That's a way to poke at the ball. Never should be around the ball and not have a hand in reaching for it.
That shot, air ball. Rebound, Zeller.
Push.
Zeller gets it to Scott. Fans chant air ball.
Can you still do that anymore? I didn't think they let you do that in today's sportsmanship world.
I think air ball's okay.
Yeah. This is what I like. I'd like to see him open the middle of the floor up.
Rams lead by 12, 28-16. 1:15 left to go in the half. Tony Angelo inside, out on top. Down the middle, Marley Zeller with the ball in the corner. Berry sees a lane is open.
Such a good choice. Such an excellent decision.
You know, he thought about shooting it from the line. Look, there was nobody there. He just went down the line, shot a little 5-footer.
Know thyself. He knows what he's good at, and he took the shot that he was most comfortable with.
30-16 Rams. 38 seconds. Hawks looked up at the clock. I think we're going to play for one.
I wouldn't be doing this if I were them.
I wouldn't play for one down 14. They look up now, 20 seconds inside, and that ball goes off the hands, but underneath.
Venden doesn't really look for a shot in there. They've given him a couple passes close to the bucket.
The big guy in the game for the Hawks, that's Vanden Hurd, gets a rebound, puts it up and in. He had just checked in. He's the tallest player for the Hawks. And there's the horn. That's the end of the half. Our score at halftime, it is Central Catholic 30, Nelson 18. Rams outscore the Hawks. They outscored them by 7 in the first quarter, 14-7. Outscored them by 5 in this quarter, 16-11. Mike?
I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Central's ability to play at a little reduced tempo tonight. I was worried if they got into a half-court game, the Hawks would hang around and be able to pick apart sometimes that interior defense of the Rams, especially when Gray wasn't on the floor. But they've really adjusted to the slower pace and have done a really nice job of gradually building on the lead.
All right, let me give you the individual scoring in the game. We'll start with the Nelson Hawks. Parker Poach has 5, including a three-pointer. C.J. Boren has 2. 9 in the game for Sam Lewis, including a three-pointer. 2 for Reed Gray and 2 for Vanden Hurd there at the end. For the Central Catholic Rams, Marley Zeller with 5 buckets, 10 points. Miles Berry with 5. Tony Angelo with 6, 2 from the line. 5 in the game for Gray Thompson, including a three-pointer, and 4 for Isaac Carr. So 10 for Zeller, 6 for Angelo, 5 each for Berry and Thompson, and 4 for Carr.
Good balanced scoring. I think we're going to see all those kids heat up in the second half. I just don't think the Hawks have the firepower in the backcourt to stay with the Rams' speed.
All right, we're going to take a break here at halftime. We'll come back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Our score at halftime in 6A boys playoff action, second round action. Our score, Central Catholic 30, Nelson 18. We'll be back.
OSAA.org is the online home of the OSAA Basketball State Championships. The official website of the OSAA has updated results and brackets, plus links to purchase tickets and souvenir merchandise. You can also find year-by-year results of past basketball state championships and links to media coverage throughout the state. Be sure to visit OSAA.org. Stay connected to your favorite team with the OSAA Live mobile app. OSAA Live features the latest scores, schedules, and rankings for all teams and leagues across Oregon. Access OSAA State Championship programs. Read the latest prep news and information. Search OSAA Live in the App Store or on Google Play to download today.
Welcome back. Halftime here at Central Catholic High School. This is second round action in the OSAA 6A boys playoff. Our score at halftime, Central Catholic 30, Nelson 18. It was 14-7 Rams at the end of one. They outscored the Hawks 16-11 in the second. That's where we are at 30-18. And right now, Mike, you might say one of the factors in this has been the really pressing defense from the Rams.
Yeah, I think Central's intensity defensively is always their best weapon. You know, they've got some great skilled players, but in the end, defense is going to win games in the playoffs. It creates offense. And I think the Rams have a little bit more skill on the backcourt, too. And the faster the game becomes because of the defensive pressure, the better it's going to be for the Rams.
I'm watching Isaac Carr, and he's standing out there shooting. I haven't seen him miss a shot yet. Maybe he got some confidence. Well, I jinxed him, but
of course
he was looking pretty good.
And Isaac needs to get shots. He's a much better player. He's much more involved in the game. He's much more focused defensively when he gets shots. So it's important for Tony to find Isaac and get him going early in the second half.
I'm Dave Hall, along with Michael Abraham. We're Oregon Sports Beat. Glad to be bringing you this exciting second round action. We brought you that first game Thursday night when Central Catholic beat Liberty 81-56. Hawks, on the other hand, they beat the number 8 seed South Medford 51-46. By the way, that was the second time they had played South Medford this year, and they beat them both times.
Wow, those are two good quality wins. You can see the Hawks have a good quality group. I just think the matchup against Central is tough for them.
I think it's tough for just about everybody.
Well, after tonight, everybody's going to be balanced. I think West Lynn's a little bit better than everybody else, but you know how it works any given night.
Well, as good as the Rams look, Gresham and Barlow are both still in the playoffs, and the Rams have lost each one of them twice.
Well, it could very easily be four of the teams after tonight in the playoffs.
Right. This is both teams from Mount Hood Conference, so one will be eliminated. But Rams could have 4 teams left because Clackamas is still in. Nelson will inbound the ball. Townsend will inbound it. Gets it into Parker Poach. We're just underway, second half action. Rams lead 30-18.
If I'm Coach Blue, I want a gap right here. I want to put the pedal to the metal right here in the third quarter. Create a gap. See if we can get some dropping shoulders on the Nelson sideline.
Let's see what the Rams do on defense to start. There's a shot not very good, and that ball's going to go out. Saved, though. Hawks down low. Boren sends it back out for 3 from the side.
I'm not sure why they're doubling down. I don't think that's a necessary rotation.
Townsend, his first points in the game. The lead is 9, 30-21.
I don't think the Hawks have any player worthy of a double team. They should stay out, keep the shooters covered up. Hawks come out in the 2-3 zone right out of the gate.
Tony Angelo out on top, Marley Zeller. Angelo works his way. They let him go up and in, and he'll go to the line. Angelo with a bucket and a chance for a 3-point play.
It's the rare point guard that makes a decision inside the paint to make a second move. Usually they make one move and go up. Tony does a great job of making that second dribble in traffic.
You hear the phrase, players move well without the ball. Boy, Angelo did that time and gets that. Angelo with 9 in the game, the lead back to 12, 33-21. What a great move that time by Tony Angelo. Hawks. Townsend with the ball. He hit that 3. He's picked up by Miles Berry. C.J. Boren down low underneath. Oh, they lost the ball but got it back.
You just don't want to drop in. Don't sag. Rotate from the weak side. Don't double team the post.
There's the shot. Yes.
Isaac's got to stay on his feet. Just can't leave your feet on a pump fake from a jump shooter.
Parker Poach with the bucket. He now has a 7 in the game. The lead is 10, 33-23.
Use your middle. Use
high
your short
post,
corner.
Gray Thompson.
Get the ball down there to the short corner where you attack that zone.
There they get it to Thompson. Looks around, back out on top, Angelo.
There
Zeller.
it is. There he is. Oh, the cutter. Marley kind of ran himself out of a shot there. If he slows down and looks for that interior pass, gets an easy look.
Tony Angelo with the ball on top. Carr in the corner. Oh, waited too long. Zeller knocked away. That's going to be a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on the Hawks.
Yeah, you don't want them to tighten up. The Rams look tentative to shoot the threes they've been shooting the whole season.
The foul is on number 11, Townsend. That's his third, by the way. Oh, Rams were having trouble getting the ball in. They took a timeout. 5:40 left to go in the third. Rams lead by 10, 33-23. 2 team fouls on the Hawks, none on the Rams. But 3 fouls, personal fouls now on Townsend. And let's see, I think 3 on Reed Gray.
Yeah,
well, they're not in team foul trouble. They got a couple of players who got 3.
Right, and you never want to have to adjust your rotation for foul trouble. If you can avoid doing that as a coach, you're in a way better position. The Rams struggled against Gresham mightily against his 2-3 zone. I'm not sure if Nelson had a chance to watch that game. You sure would think they would have, because they dropped into that 2-3 zone and it's kind of slowed Central's attack down. You don't want a young team to be hesitant. And the Rams, for the first time tonight, looked a little bit hesitant the last couple of possessions.
Rams are going to inbound ball. This time they move Isaac Carr there to inbound it. Carr looks. Got to get it in. Got to hurry. Gets it into Angelo. Angelo, Gray Thompson in the corner for 3. Yes!
There he is.
Thompson with 8 in the game. The lead goes back to 13, 36-23. 5:25, like you said, Mike.
Yeah.
If you can open up a big lead early on in the third, that really helps down the stretch.
Nice
oh,
play.
That ball goes out of the hands, goes off the rim.
Foul.
Way outside, Lewis for 3. That doesn't go. Rebound, Thompson. Boy, Gray got up there that time. Quickly, Miles Berry. He's got Carr over in the corner. Didn't see him.
There's the short corner pass that we want to make. The cut out of the short corner.
Carr lays it up and in.
It's very difficult to defend. If you use the short corner effectively, it's very difficult to defend.
You know, they've been double teaming Carr on that move down the lane. That time they didn't. He just went right at the bucket. 38-23, lead is 15. Hawks, this is Gray.
Defensive discipline here. Stay on your feet. Don't double down where it's not necessary. Keep people in front.
Inside, puts the shot up. No, that doesn't go, but a whistle and a foul on the Rams. Gray's going to go to the line shooting 2.
Number 35, Isaac Carr, his third. First team
foul is on Carr. That's number 3. He's going to come out. I think Bam Pachel's going to check in for him.
Not a lot of teams in the state can bring Bam Pichel in
right.
for a player like Isaac Carr. That's 2 great players you can exchange.
Remember, they're going to have all those players back next year, plus Deuce. Missed the first one, Gray. Boy, a team can't be sitting better than the Rams. I mean, you look, and only Gray Thompson is a senior of people that play all the time, and wow. Second shot. Missed them both. Marley Zeller with the rebound.
Back to man-to-man. That's surprising.
Rams have opened the lead up to 15. Gets a screen from Thompson. They didn't go with the pick and roll.
Now
though.
You've got the mouse in the house. Let's see if they figure it out. They got Gray with Reed on him.
Right. Thompson has Reed on him. That's a huge mismatch. Zeller works his way inside underneath.
One way or another.
Oh, missed it. Angelo missed that shot, but Gray Thompson gets the ball. Angelo in the corner thought about it, decided he'll pull it out and start everything over.
That's a veteran leader right there.
Right, didn't panic, pulled it down, thought, let's go out, let's get set, start this again. Bam has the ball.
Now this is a massive mismatch for Bam, too. Oh, boy. Yep. I'm sure that's not the matchup the Skyhawks are looking for on Bam Pichel.
You know, Bam is a freshman. Do you see him then? He was pointing where he wanted the players to be.
And they follow his direction.
And they followed him. Tony Angelo.
There we go. Get that middle
Oh,
opened
missed
up.
Zeller, but he goes down the lane. Oh, ball knocked loose, away.
Chase him and poke.
Bam gets back on defense quickly.
Nice rotation. Nice rotation. Great play.
Oh, and a charge. A charge on the Hawks. Let's see who that's on. Foul is on Parker Poach, his first. Rams will inbound the ball. Bam will send it in to Tony Angelo, and the Rams will walk it up. Bam. Barry out on top. They play him at high post a lot. I like that. Gets a screen. Zeller puts up the shot in. Zeller
Rare display of emotion from Marley Zeller.
hit a three. The lead is 18. 2:40 left to go in the third. Oh, pressure defense.
Hand up. This guy
Great
wants
job
to
of
shoot it.
switching, too. Lob down low. This is
Double him.
Vanden Hurd.
Again,
Tallest guy on the court.
yeah, again, they try and double down, and the Rams would just be so much better off just staying out on their men out on the perimeter.
The foul is on Miles Berry, his second team foul.
Vanden doesn't look like he wants to shoot the ball, does he, Dave?
No.
You don't want to waste two defenders on him if you don't need to.
At least they have Gray Thompson on him, so it's not a huge mismatch.
Right. And he can more than hold his own without the double team.
They get it to him low, it goes off his hands, goes out, turnover. Had a little trouble catching the ball.
Yeah, I always tell players you want to avoid that straight line pass to a post. Bounce it or lob it. That direct line and the line of the defense is a tough pass to catch.
Good call, that's exactly what that was. Turns inside, Barry puts up a layup off the rim. 41-23, 1:55 left to go in the third. You know, whoever's here scouting the Rams tonight for the next match is probably saying, wow.
And they do it with no frills, Dave. They don't do anything fancy. They get after you defensively and they share the ball on offense. Good. Oh.
A foul on the Rams.
You understand why they have a hard time finding referees. They can't win for losing. Half the gym is mad at them on every call.
That foul is on Tony Angelo, his first, third team foul. Quincy Scott's going to check in for Gray Thompson. Hawks will walk it up.
Yeah, now the Rams can switch everything with this lineup. They don't need to worry about that high pick and roll so much.
And that ball knocked out of bounds. Foul on the Rams. You know, Sam Lewis had 9 in the first half. He's not scored here.
You know, they don't do a good, from my perspective, he's their best offensive player, and they just don't do a lot to get him free.
Nope. 1:10 left to go in the third, 41-23. There he is with the ball right there.
Switch it, there you go.
In the corner, Gray, no, rebound, Quincy Scott.
Now let's up the tempo again. Good job, Quincy.
And Quincy spun around a couple of times and got fouled. That'll be the 14th foul on the Hawks. Foul is on Parker Poach, his second. Each team now with 14 fouls. 51 seconds.
Coach Blue going offense, defense here. He sits Miles down and brings Carr back, even with his 3 fouls, to get a good quality last shot in the quarter. I think we got the right idea. Turn that kid loose. We used to run an old 4-down play, Dave. We put 4 along the baseline, let our
Right.
skilled point guard go to work.
Here comes Bam. Now kicks it back out, Tony Angelo. Rams going to run a little time off the clock. Maybe get the last shot here in the quarter. No, Angelo down the lane, puts it up. Almost blocked. Whistle. Is that a foul on the Hawks? No.
Yeah, Coach Blue, there goes Carr. Miles back in the game. Good offensive, defensive substitution.
Right. Why get Carr a fourth foul with 17 seconds left to go in the quarter? Hawks will probably play for one here. Lewis with the ball, puts a shot up. No, doesn't go.
Boy,
he shot with a lot of time left. Way ahead. Here's Zeller. Dunked it.
Oh, boy. Did that work in reverse or what?
Zeller dunked it at the horn. He has 15. The lead is 20 at the end of 3. Central Catholic 43. Nelson 23. Nelson scored 5 points in that quarter. The Rams scored 13.
And he sent shockwaves through the crowd there. That's how you light a crowd up when you're trying to play for a state title one day.
You know, everything went wrong. Lewis hadn't been able to get anything. Took probably a shot with way too much time. Got the rebound. Zeller was already breaking to the bucket. Got him the ball and he jammed it.
Yeah. First dunk of the game, and what a perfect time for it. The Rams build on that lead that we talked about at halftime.
Rams up by 20, 43-23. 15 in the game for Zeller, 5 for Miles Berry, 9 for Tony Angelo, 8 for Gray Thompson, 6 for Isaac Carr.
Now, if I'm in the huddle with Coach Blue right now, I'm telling him, turn the heat up. Let's not pull it out, be overly patient. Let's try the first 4 minutes to end the game right now. And then we'll hold it the last 4, but let's not start holding it too soon and kill our own momentum.
Boy, the stands are in fact full.
Yeah,
I was looking
it's
just right below us.
This is the fullest this gym has been since you and I have worked together up here. And there's standing room only around the outside. It's been a good quality game. The game seems closer than the score would make it appear.
Scott, Carr, Bam, Marley Zeller, and Miles Berry in the game for the Rams. Inbound to Carr. Maybe Isaac hit a couple of buckets here in the fourth.
Now the Hawks out in a little 1-2-2 trap. The Rams center the ball.
Zeller's under the basket with his hands up. Nobody's there. Now he's got it. He's going to let it go for 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound, Miles Berry. Berry puts it back up and in. The lead is 22, 45-23.
Rams in a 2-3 zone now. They're going to slow it down with defense.
And Quincy Scott in the middle gets that big wing spread, gets those hands out there. Now it's going to get really tough for the Hawks.
Well, now the Hawks have to come up with a whole new game plan in the fourth quarter. Really good adjustment by Coach Blue.
Sam Lewis wants the ball. He's got it, but he's picked right up by Bam. Tried to go down the lane, taken away. Here comes Carr down the middle, fouled. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
Oh, he wanted to flush that one. You could see it all over him.
Right. He just didn't have enough speed to get by all the way by the defender. Who foul is on Parker Poach, his 3rd. Carr at the line. He has 6 in the game. 7 minutes left to go. Carr, first one, yes. Isaac was 7. We get down close to the end. Mike's going to go down and get Gray Thompson. We'll have him as our post-game guest.
I promise I won't miss him. I will take a charge on him if I have to.
He's already promised me that he'd make it up here. Second shot, Barry missed it. I'm sorry, Carr missed it. 46-23, doubled the score. From the outside, not going to go. Miles Berry up for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of Berry.
Every team needs him. The Dennis Rodman, Brian Grant, Buck Williams type of quality banger down low, just making those plays like that.
And that ball stolen by Zeller. Yeah, you can be a player like Dennis Rodman and get in the Hall of Fame.
Hawks in a 1-2-2 trap now without much trapping.
Carr.
There you go, center it.
Barry loses the ball. Hawks come up with it. Gray, Reed Gray. Down underneath, puts up the shot. No! Way too hard. That was Parker Poach. The rebound, Miles Barry. I'm sorry, number 3, Marley Zeller. Bam. I think the Rams took a time. Yep. Rams took a timeout. 6:05 left to go in the game. The Rams have doubled the Hawks score, 46-23.
Coaching point for the Rams. You just don't want, against that zone pressure, catch and bounce. You want to hold it and move it. Don't be a ball freezer, and don't catch and pick up your dribble with one bounce made. You want to make sure that you keep if you're going to put it on the floor, go somewhere with it. Try and save your dribble and move it via the pass. Player movement, ball movement.
You know, whoever's playing the music, save that one up for right now. Great Balls of Fire.
Great job by the Ram cheer squads tonight, as
right,
always.
they've done a great job. Had a tumbling routine that was absolutely amazing.
It's great to see Nia J. Holt contributing to the team spirit. The star of the Rams girls basketball team is now a varsity cheerleader.
The girls' basketball season is done. They lost in the first round of the playoff to Beaverton. But I want to congratulate them on a great season, getting to the playoffs. Head coach Sandy Dickerson. Oh, the fans are really into it now.
That was the best cheer of the season right there.
And Bam gets it into Angelo way in the back. Tony over the timeline, looks. Zeller. Rams content just to run a little bit. Somebody's open. Down inside, dishes it to Thompson, puts it up. Oh, hung on the rim, didn't go. Would have been a chance for Gray to get into double figures.
The first player that didn't bounce it in place got to the basket. It's the key to attacking that pressure. Don't bounce in place.
Hawks are going to have to shoot. They do. Turnaround jump shot, no. Tipped around inside. Tipped all the way back out on top to Reed Gray. 5:20 left to go in the game. Gray drives inside. Whistle and a foul.
The Hawks have really gone dry as the Rams have switched defenses. Just had a hard time getting a quality look that isn't contested.
Foul is on Bam, his third. By the way, Hawks have 5 points in the second half. 5.
At the line, Reed Gray, shooting 2.
Gray is at the line, shooting 2. He has 2 points in the game. He's got more fouls than he's got points.
Yeah, they took him out of the game early, and he's been a non-factor tonight.
Reed Gray hits the first. Parker Poach checks in and replaces Sam Lewis, who's got to be frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
And he was sat down, he threw his hands up.
It's tough. Nobody wants to end the season with a performance like this. You want to be close and play it right down to the wire.
Rebound Carr on that missed free throw. 46-24.
There you go. No bounces. See?
Gray Thompson down low. Back to Thompson in the lane. Carr for 3. Yes.
They attack the short corner. Good things happen.
Carr in double figures with 10. .450 left to go. 49-24.
So one thing you don't want to do is foul and let him score with the clock stop.
That foul is on Bam, his 4th. He's going to check out. Miles Berry checks in.
Still can't get over that kid's 15 years old.
In the corner for 3. No, air ball. Yeah, the fans let him know it.
It's tough to be a basketball player in a full gym.
Foul is on number 50, Vanden Hurd, his first. Both teams have 16 fouls.
Let's get somebody in the middle of the floor, Rams.
4:40 left to go in the game. And reached in and grabbed Tony Angelo. That's going to be 7, and that's going to send Angelo to the line in the bonus.
Well, that's an interesting foul.
It is.
If they're going to foul the rest of the way.
Angelo at the line. Tony has 9 in the game, double figures.
Once again, tremendous floor generalship, just a steady leader.
Rams have 3 players in double figures, and Thompson has 8, and Barry has 7. Got the second one. 11 in the game for Angelo. The lead is 27, 51-24.
I'm sure Coach Blue went into the zone trying to avoid fouls. His players now have got to execute the game plan.
Gray, that ball was tipped just a little, but he hit it. Reed Gray with a 3-pointer. 51-40 or 51-27. 4:05 left to go here in the game. And they're going to press the ball. Angelo in the corner, got to get it away, and he's fouled. By the way, he had Thompson alone underneath the basket. Just couldn't get to see him because he had 3 players. Tony's going to go to the line. So I think the Hawks have decided, let's press hard as we can. If we pick up fouls, we pick up fouls.
Let's see who surrenders, how long it's going to take Coach to surrender over there and let some of these other kids get some state tournament experience.
Angelo hits the first. Tony is, let's see, 6 out of 7 from the line. And make that set. Oh, no, rolled off.
The announcer's jigs. You got him, Dave.
12 in the game for Angelo.
Don't double.
Hurd inside, dishes it off to the outside from the corner. Yes, Reed Gray hits another 3-pointer.
Caught Tony dipping the hand in the cookie jar there. You just got to stay out on your own man. They're not going to beat you with 2-pointers.
Gray back-to-back 3-pointers. Zeller loses the ball. Here come the Hawks. Gray wants the ball. He's on the outside. Gets it. Picked up by Carr.
Hand up on shooters.
52-30. Gray with another 3. No, that's not going to go. Tipped inside. Miles Berry with the rebound. They set him up in the corner, and he missed it.
Rams need somebody in the middle of the floor. There we go.
3 minutes left to go in the game. Rams will run a little time off.
And the steam is
Angelo. Underneath, Thompson. Gray Thompson in double figures. He's got 10.
Well, we kind of both talked about he was going to be a factor tonight, Dave. And here comes, that's what I wanted to see. Here comes the bench.
2:30 left to go. Rams by 24, 54-30. And the fans again chanting, we want Robbie. They want Robbie Long, the freshman. Vanden Hurd has a little trouble with his hands. Stanley Riley checks in. Hayden Everwine checks in.
Both coaches doing the right thing here.
Andrew Callner checks in. So it's Callner, Everwine, Tony Angelo, Stanley Riley, and I think Shea McKenzie. There we go. Right, both teams have cleared the bench. Right, Hawks have cleared their bench too. Riley into Angelo. He's the lone starter left in there. I think he's in there to just kind of direct everything. Remember, Andrew Collner hit a three-pointer the other night when Coach Blue made this change. Down the lane, Everwine. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound, Hawks. Hawks walk it up, 1:40 left in the game.
This experience is invaluable for these young players. Playing
Shot.
in front of a big crowd.
Short. Coach Blue looking around. He's looking over the bench.
He's got Robbie in his...
Nah, he's going to bring in, that is Mason Lentz. Mason Lentz is going to check in. At the line, the foul is on number 14, Hayden Everwine. At the line for the Hawks. First shot doesn't go. That's number 5, and that's Elias Shumsky. Mason Wentz checks in.
How good does Robbie feel right now, Dave? What do you think?
Second game in a row, the fans are chanting for him. Shumsky with his first point in the game. 1:29 left to go. Stanley Riley, 54-31. From the outside, no, hits the top of the basket. Everwine.
You got to admire the effort.
Remember, the fans are chanting for Robbie. Robbie's a freshman. Dished off in the corner for 3. No, iron. Rebound, Everwine. Ball loose on the floor. Hayden picks it up. Got a player underneath the
nice
bucket.
pass.
Got it to him, but now he's picked up. 1 minute, exactly a minute. Down the lane, drives it up. Riley. Stanley Riley with the bucket. Riley with the bucket. 50 seconds left to go in the game. Robbie Long's going to check in. Rebound, Rams. Mason Lentz down the lane. Puts up a shot. He's fouled. Mason Lentz is going to go to the line. Shooting 2. The foul is on Curtis Mann. Robbie Long does check in. Rams have got everybody in the game. Mason Lentz at the line, shooting 2, 40 seconds in the game. Rams by 25, 56-31. Mason Lentz on the way, rolls around, doesn't go, misses the front end of the 1-on-1. I'm sorry, it was 1-on-1. 35 seconds. Foul will be on the Rams. Foul is on Robbie Long. At the free throw line, Eli Stevenson. Stevenson hits the first. 56-32. Fans are all excited. They know they're going to the Child Center. Second shot on the way, got them both. Eli Stevenson hits 2 free throws. 23 seconds. Long brings the ball up court. Gets a screen. Takes a shot. No, iron. Got a screen. They set up a screen for him to get that shot. 10 seconds. Stolen away. Here come the Rams. Lentz up and in. At the buzzer, Mason Lentz. Actually, they're going to say they didn't get that shot away. So our final score here at Central Catholic High School in second round playoff action, it is the Central Catholic Rams 56, the Nelson Hawks 33. Let me give you the scoring in this game quarter by quarter. Rams led at the end of 1, 14-7. They outscored the Hawks 16-11 in the second. It was 30-18 at the half. Rams had a big third quarter, especially defensively, holding the Hawks to 5 points. They outscored the Hawks 13-5. It was 43-23, a 20-point lead, and the Rams outscored the Hawks in the fourth quarter 13-10 to win by 23, 56-33. Let me give you the individual scoring in this game. We'll start for the Nelson Hawks. And the Parker Poach with 7, Elias Shamsky with 1, 3 for Townsend, 2 for C.J. Boren, 2 for Eli Stevenson, 9 for Sam Lewis, all in the first half. 9 in the game for Reed Gray, 7 of those in the second half on 2 3-pointers, and 2 for Vanden Hurd. He hit a bucket at the end of the first half. Let me give you the scoring now for the Central Catholic Rams. Stanley Riley with 2, Marley Zeller with 15, including a 3-pointer, Miles Berry with 7, 12 in the game for Tony Angelo, 10 for Gray Thompson, and 10 for Isaac Carr. Rams get 4 players in double figures again. Let me give you that. It's Zeller with 15, Angelo with 12, 10 each for Gray Thompson and Isaac Carr, 7 for Miles Berry, and 2 for Stanley Riley. Rams now will advance to the Child Center for round 3 of the playoffs. They'll play the winner of the game tonight between West Lynn and Jesuit. And so that is where we're going to stand. Rams right now, they are on the season. They are 15-11. And let me move here for just a second. Let's turn around here. Great, come right over here.
Right here.
All right, we're joined at the end of the game by Gray Thompson. Gray, first, congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you.
What a defensive effort
I know.
for the Rams tonight.
Yeah.
You gave up 5 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's what we've been focusing on in practice. Just leading up to this game, leading up to the playoffs, that's what we've been focusing on, is all defense.
You gave up 15 points in the second half total.
Yeah.
What happened at halftime? What did Coach say at halftime?
Keep doing what we're doing and keep our energy up. Because in the first half, our energy was really good and we were all playing hard. So there weren't many adjustments. It was just come out and keep playing and competing.
You know, Thursday night in the game against Liberty, four Rams in double figures.
Yeah.
You know what? Tonight, 4 Rams in double figures. 15 in the game for Marley Zeller, 12 for Tony Angelo, 10 for Isaac Carr, 10 for you.
Just such a balanced effort. We have so many guys that can hurt the defense. So,
you know, it's great to see you out on the court. It's great to see you playing.
It's great to be back.
Tell us a little bit about that journey. What's that been like?
Just since LSI, dealing with injury, and that's been tough for me. But it's just great to come back now.
You know, with about 3 or 4 games left to go in the season, I was down on the court and a bunch of the players said to me, you know, we're trying to get Gray Thompson back onto the court. We want to get Gray. You're a senior, of course.
Yeah.
And then when you first got back in the game, what'd that feel like?
It was kind of surreal. I've been out on the court so many times before that it felt normal, but it was just so great to be out there. And everybody else, when I was out, guys like Quincy stepped up so much, and that was really great to watch.
You know who led the Rams tonight in 3-pointers made?
Who?
You did. You had 2 of them.
Make till you miss. You told me that after Liberties.
The shooter's mentality is
miss till you make. That's it.
Make till you miss till you make. Keep shooting. You did.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we move on to the Child Center, that has to be a big thrill too to be moving to the Elite 8.
Yeah. A year ago today, we were heartbroken by Mountainside. So to come back and everybody put in so much work, the coaches, the players. So just to get back to the Child Center it's such a great feeling.
You're either going to have West Lynn or Jesuit. And both.
Yeah.
You've already played Jesuit earlier this year and beat them, but West Lynn, that's a formidable opponent.
Oh, yeah. They've been the team to beat all year, but anything can happen in one game. And our goal was just to make it to Childs, and anything can happen in single-game elimination.
I mentioned earlier before we started the game tonight, really only 2 seniors on the team, you and Hayden. And so the Rams are going to be loaded for the next couple of years.
It's going to be scary next year.
Now, you're a senior, of course.
Yeah.
What's in the future for Gray Thompson?
I'm definitely playing basketball in college. I'm just looking for the right fit right now, but I'm just really looking forward to playing at the next level.
Well, I hope you have continued success and great effort tonight. Double figures, 2 3-pointers, bunch of rebounds. Great on defense in the middle, so it's an all-out effort.
Yeah.
All right, that's our post-game guest, Gray Thompson.
All right, thank you.
And thanks for joining us, Gray. Get Michael back here with the headphone. All right, Mike, your thoughts on the game tonight, Mike?
Well, I tell you what, Central Catholic has proven they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. The tough part is they've got to deal with most likely West Lynn in the first round of the big dance. So if they play defense the way they're capable of and the way they did tonight, and they're firing on all cylinders on offense and can handle the big stage, I think that'll be a very competitive contest.
Look back at the season. At one point in the season, the Rams were 5-8. That was their record. They're now 15-11.
And they played such quality teams. You know, we're not sure how the results went tonight. Maybe you are, but we could have 4 of their league teams in the final 8 teams in the state.
It says something about playing a hard schedule, and the Rams did right out of the bat. In the first 10 games they played 4 teams from other states who were in the top 10 in their league, and they played 6 teams that wound up in the top 10 in the Oregon rankings. And that quality of schedule has paid off as they're headed to the Elite 8.
Excuse me, Dave, especially with those young kids. You turn freshmen into sophomores or juniors by the end of the season when you play that kind of opponent. Had you played the soft schedule, your young players would still be playing like young players. They're not playing that way now.
I'm glad Gray Thompson remembered my advice to him when I told him to keep shooting.
Yeah. Well, I thought you meant you told him to come up here. He remembered that, too.
He remembered that, too. All right, got some people want to thank the Central Catholic High School for their hospitality, their athletic director, Laura Yeager, both head coaches tonight, and I had a good chance to spend some time with Alex Edwards, the head coach at Nelson, and I did talk to head coach David Blue beforehand. I talked to a number of the players, and I want to thank them for taking a few seconds to spend some time with me. Our crew tonight, our producer, director, engineer, Alva Myers, our camera crew tonight, my broadcast partner, Michael Abraham. And Michael, I'll give you a final thought. By the way, this is our final broadcast because the state tournament will be handling those games themselves. It's you and I last game on Ram
doggone
TV.
It, Dave. We're just getting warmed up, just getting to know each other. It's been my pleasure and my great honor to be alongside somebody with a luminous background like yourself.
Well, thank you. Again, congratulations to the girls team, head coach Sandy Dickerson making the playoffs, and continued congratulations to the boys team and head coach David Blue, headed to the Child Center for the Elite 8. I want to remind you, we are Oregon Sports Beat. You can go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com, look at our calendar, and we have posted what we have coming up. We have lots of sports coming up over the next 6 months, all different kinds of sports. You can check on that and see. Again, I'm from Central Catholic High School. A huge win for the Central Catholic Rams as they move on to the Child Center as one of the final 8 teams left in playoff action. Our score tonight, Central Catholic 56, Nelson 33. Good night, everybody.